the OMD E-M5, Olympus trots out another beloved film brand and updates it for the digital age. The reincarnation of the OM film line targets those enthusiasts who've proven to be either Olympus loyalists or simply fans of the Micro Four Thirds interchangeable lens standard. The camera has some really outstanding qualities, including a great feature set and class-leading performance. But I was less impressed with the photo quality than I would have liked to have been. It has a modest-sized body, built along the same lines as the E5 DSLR. It's a bit tank-like, with a magnesium alloy body that's dust and weather sealed, and it's weather resistant from -4 degrees to 140 degrees. The OMD takes advantage of its ancestors' pyramid-shaped housing. Here, instead of an optical viewfinder, though, it uses an electronic viewfinder. Plus, it puts a hot shoe and a connector for the bundled compact flash unit. Overall, I really enjoy shooting with the camera. It's comfortable to grip, and all the lenses are small enough to stash in a roomy jacket pocket if necessary. The retro look deservedly attracted quite a bit of attention, and several accidental drops attested to the camera's sturdy build. The EVF and tilting OLED touchscreen display are bright and usable, but the screen becomes nearly invisible in direct sunlight, and I always find OLEDs a little too cool and contrasty for my taste. Some of the buttons feel mushy, and some of them are a little too small for quick and easy access. Plus, there's no way to lock the front dial, which adjusts exposure compensation, without changing its function entirely. One of the unique features is that you can adjust the highlight and shadow areas of the exposure compensation curve while looking in the viewfinder. A little more useful is the ability to finely adjust a lot of the parameters. You can customize the display in a gazillion different ways so that, for the most part, you only see the options you want. And while the camera doesn't have a full touchscreen interface, it is a touchscreen, so you can perform most of the operations you really want to do. Touch focus with magnification, touch shutter, and the ability to swipe to navigate during playback. Though the lens isn't small, it does have a load of nice features, including a macro setting and a quiet electronic zoom for video. Plus, it's weather sealed and feels well built. It's not the sharpest or fastest lens, and it could probably use a better class of coatings, but that would also make it far more expensive. I have mixed feelings about the photo and video quality from the camera. On one hand, it delivers very well-rendered color and accurate, consistent exposures. At ISO 200, the JPEGs look excellent, though the camera frequently oversharpens. It retains highlight detail extremely well too, and bright, saturated reds and magentas look just as they should. But one stop up to ISO 400 and the noise suppression kicks in for the JPEGs, and it begins to blur out significant amounts of detail in places. Unfortunately, that's normal for many of these cameras. But there also seems to be a lack of dynamic range in the shadows, which makes it difficult to get really good results from raw files at ISO 1600 or higher. There's little detail to recover, and you get a lot of noise. And while I generally like the video quality from the camera, it's what I'll call consumer good. It's fine for shooting vacations, kids, and pets, but it's probably not up to the standard of real video shooters. The camera's quite fast. In fact, it's pretty much the fastest in its class overall. The one aspect of performance I find irritating is the lagginess coming out of sleep mode. I frequently had to check to ensure the power was on as I waited for the camera to wake up. The burst shooting is also surprisingly robust, and the EVF refreshes well enough for most continuous shooting. While you don't get best-in-class photo quality with the OMD E-M5, that's a small trade-off for the rest of the package. I'm Lori Grunin, and this is the Olympus OMD E-M5.